Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone else I don't care to mention, what I've decided to do is to do a Q&A with me. I basically went on Facebook, I put up a post, and I basically asked people to throw questions at me, whether it be random questions, questions towards me, characters, music, videos, games, what the fuck ever. It's just a way to engage with fans and viewers and stuff like that, and to get people involved. So without further ado, here is 20 questions with Tömbii. Let's do this, motherfucker. Okay, first of all, Danielle Russell wants to know, how do you arrest a man with only one arm? This is an interesting one, isn't it? Trip him over. There you go. Trip him over and restrain him. That's the best I've got. If milk can go sour, does it go sour inside of a cow too? Thing is with this, I'm not exactly sure if the milk goes sour inside of the cow. But it is a humane thing to do to actually milk a cow, because as far as I know, I don't know if this is true or not, but as far as I know, it's a good thing to milk a cow because apparently the milk can, like I said, it doesn't exactly go sour, but it can kind of fester in the udder, and cows can get nasty diseases and stuff from that, or blood poisoning, or I don't know. If you don't milk the cow, shit happens to the milk, and yeah, the cow can get seriously ill. Jessica Smithwaite wants to know, knife play, yeah or nay? I did respond to this question on the original post to get her to kind of elaborate on what the fuck she means, and apparently it's a kink. I've never heard of this kink before she brought it up, but if I'm the one wielding the knife and I'm actually, stabbing people with it, then yeah, okay, fair enough, I don't mind. Again, call me a sadist. I don't care. Adam Stubbs asks, well, you can see his fucking midriff. What's funnier than nailing 10 babies to a tree? Nailing 1 baby to 10 trees. Connor Gibson says, him music. Cool. Christopher Barbosa would like to know, what is it like in the UK day to day for you? I don't know, Chris. It's rather fucking shit. There's a lot of bigots and narrow-minded bastards over here. This is the UK. This is where everyone's a cunt. Like I keep saying, I don't go anywhere on the day-to-day basis. I just fucking stay inside unless I need to go out shopping to go get food or electric or, smokes or something, I don't go anywhere. I just sit here and do what I do. Christopher Barbosa also asks, what alcohol do you prefer and why? Well, I'm more of a spirits drinker. If I have to drink on the cheap, I drink cider because I don't know. I don't like lager. I don't like beer. It tastes like fucking piss. Okay. So cider is like the only thing my taste buds like in those kind of alcohols. But I'm more of a spirits person, so I like whiskey, I like Jägermeister, whatever the fuck Jägermeister is supposed to be. When you mix things in with whiskey, it's rather nice, and same with Jaeger, with a sort of aniseedy taste, like Jaeger bombs, Jaeger and Monster. I mean, I love drinking Monster. I drink Monster on the daily, so Jaeger bombs are perfect for me. Jack Daniels and Coke, another great concoction, and yeah, ciders, Strongbow. Christopher Barbosa again asks, what your favourite gaming system and game? Do I really have to answer this? So you're telling me I have to put one console over the rest? Personally, I would say that the Neo Geo is my favourite gaming system. It was basically a home arcade machine, I guess. Like, all the games you got on a Neo Geo were basically home ports of all the Neo Geo arcade games. Literally, they were exactly the same. There was no differences. It wasn't like the arcade version of Golden Axe versus the versus the Mega Drive version of Golden Axe, or the Genesis version rather. All home consoles didn't really have the hardware in them to run arcade games as they were in the arcades, whereas the Neo Geo did. So yeah, I don't know, I would say that the Neo Geo is my favourite system. I don't personally own one, but I can fucking emulate one. It's literally, you can play arcade games as they were in the arcade, like at home. My favourite game I would probably say is Tömbii for the PS1, as Spencer said. I don't know, it's wacky, it's crazy. You can watch it on my channel if you want, you know? That'll vouch for it. It's fucking crazy, it's great, it's a lot of fun. Why did you start doing YouTube videos? Back in 2013, I used to watch a lot of video gaming YouTubers, and I mean a lot of them. And I used to watch videos on Twitch, and this is the reason why I started to do it, because they all started playing all of the new stuff at the time, and they were all pretty much playing the same games, and it was like, you know, I could watch one guy do it, then I'll watch the other guy do it, and there was pretty much like no difference, you know, like when you've watched one guy play it, you've watched them all fucking play it. So I decided to take Twitch myself and do some live streams. Back in the day I did a live stream of Mario Frustration. I did a stream of Tömbii. I did a stream of Cooler World, if I remember correctly, and some other bizarre PlayStation 1 titles. People were saying to me, oh wow, this is something different, you're actually playing old games and, you know, classics and stuff, and oh, you should just stop streaming and just do YouTube videos. And I thought, you know, that's actually a good idea, so I started my YouTube channel back then. In 2013, or was it 2014? It was sometime like around there. The main reason I started to do YouTube videos was to break the monotony of everybody playing the same games and all the new shit, and I wanted to educate people on different games. Like, I know about some very rather obscure titles and stuff, and I just want to show people what they missed out on back in the day, and, you know, maybe they'll emulate them, or, you know, get their hands on the game. My YouTube videos began to educate people on games that are different and obscure, or older games that they missed out on as kids, and yeah, I just want to keep old games alive, you know. The tertiary reason I started YouTube is probably for my guitar and music, because I've had various people come up to me in the past and say, oh, you know, you're quite talented with the guitar, or oh, you know, you can play the keyboard okay-ish, and oh, did you write that? That's actually really good, you know, you should get out there and show people your talent, and, you know, all this shit. And you know, again, it was just, well, if you're saying I should get out there and show people my talent, I'll go ahead and fucking do that and see what happens, you know. So yeah, there you go, that's why my YouTube started. When was the first time you made your character Tömbii? I can answer this question. It was in the beginning of summer 2011. Just a quick bit of history here. Tömbii actually started out as a male, not a female. And the reason why is because back in 2011, I wasn't out the closet about my whole fucking gender problem. So back in the day, Tömbii used to look like this. In 2013, I came out the closet about my about the war that was going on in my head, about my identity and shit like that, and I decided that, oh, Tömbii should, you know, Tömbii should come along with me for the journey and shit. And Tömbii turned into what you see now. So yes, the first time Tömbii was created was back the beginning of summer 2011. So she has been around for what, almost 6 years now? Wow, that's fucking crazy. Jeez, thanks for that. Johan Pedersen, my friend Tux, wants to know, what What's your most prized possession and why? I'll go on a sentimental note with this one. I think currently my most prized possession would be my computer. Reason being is because not only do I need it to make videos and listen to music and perhaps play games, but my computer is my source of entertainment. It is my source of creativity. It is my source of getting in touch with my friends, talking to my friends, liaising with viewers, and yeah, it's kind of my portal of the social life kind of thing. So, I mean, I don't go out, well, I skate here and there and talk to one or two people here and there, might go for a drink after it, but that's like the only time I actually go out is when I go skating, and we might have a drink afterwards. Other than that, the only way I can talk to my friends and people I actually care about is by jumping on the computer, logging onto Facebook or IMView and talking to my friends that way. So yes, my most prized possession is probably my computer, for the, you know, the main purpose of talking to my friends and, you know, letting people know I'm still alive. Not only all of that, but my computer was a gift to me from a friend. So, I mean, it's a custom build PC. It probably cost him a lot of fucking money, but you know, just the thought, you know, the thought put into it. I'm grateful. I feel blessed to have that friend in my life to, you know, spare the thought, actually go out of his way and get this for me. So Tim, thank you very much if you're watching this. Spencer Lewis wants to know, I know that Tömbii is probably one of your favourite games, though what other games do you hold close to yourself? Good question. FZero, the entire FZero franchise. I mean, I'm not one for racing games particularly, but FZero, for some bizarre reason, captured my heart. It was in, what, 2009, was it? Yeah, because I downloaded Project 64, the N64 emulator, and F-Zero X, because at the time I was playing Super Smash Bros. Melee, and it said that Captain Falcon was from F-Zero, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, I actually want to play the game he's from to see what it's all about, and played it, and like the music and the speed and the fact it's like, you know, futuristic and you're flying space vehicles, I suppose, and the fact that it actually inspired Wipeout on the PlayStation back in the day. Yeah, it just blew my fucking mind. So F-Zero is a game as a whole that I hold close to my heart. Super Smash Bros. I don't know. Like I said, when I played Melee back in the day, I was just instantly in love with it, and me and my friends got very good at the game very fast. It's just a lot of bloody fun, you know? It's just great fun. Well, it is fun until, you know, you play online. Final Fantasy. There we go. Final Fantasies 1 through 9. Nothing after 9. 9 is where Final Fantasy ends for me. I used to play the Final Fantasy games when I was a kid, like when they came out. And again, it's got that nostalgia thing to it, and Final Fantasy is just a game I've loved ever since, you know, I started playing them. Final Fantasy VII was my first one. Final Fantasy is a game I grew up with, funnily enough. And yeah, I've always loved it, so... James Spears wants to know, has there ever been a game or games that is so infuriating, making you want to throw it out the window, yet you continue to play? Mario Kart. I don't know if he wants to be like title specific about this, but I'm just gonna go series specific, franchise specific. I haven't just thrown it out the window, but it went over the garden wall as well. And that was Mario Kart Double Dash for the Nintendo GameCube. Reason being is, it didn't matter how hard I fucking tried, I was not getting that final gold on the 150cc. mirror mode, right? So I did all of the normal ones on 50, 100, and 150cc. I did all of the mirrors 50, 100, 150cc, but that final one, I was not getting the gold, and it just pissed me off, and that cunt went straight over the wall. Another game that's so infuriating is, like I keep saying, Super Smash Bros. 4 for the 3DS. Again, reason being, the online community, like I said in my Smash video, are a bunch of fucking dicks. Some people just cheap you out, or fucking spam, or just do very fucking infuriating shit. Like, most people I play on that game don't know how to play it fucking properly. Some of the ways I have lost on that game, it's like, I mean, I'm good at Super Smash Bros. My videos will vouch for that. Well, yeah, when I release episode 2 and 3. And, there's just some people that do some things, and I just want to take the 2DS and fucking smash it over my knee. How about, right, for this one, 3D Mario or 3D Sonic games? But when I say 3D Mario or 3D Sonic games, I'm not talking Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I'm talking Mario 64. I'm talking Mario Sunshine with that fucking volcano level at the end. I'm talking Sonic Heroes. I'm talking Sonic 06. You know, games that are just generally fucking bullshit. Like, Mario and Sonic, as far as the series goes, shouldn't have went into 3D. I mean, yeah, back in, like, say, the Sega Saturn days, or the N64 days, they were obviously going to try it because that's what the fans wanted at the time. It was mind-blowing back then. It's just plain fucking annoying now, with broken cameras, with broken controls, fucking... yeah, 2D characters shouldn't go into 3D, okay? It's fine to try it, just go back to the roots. Like, the Paper Mario series kind of went back to the Mario roots. The Sonic Advance and Sonic Rush games on the Game Boy Advance and DS respectively, they went back to the roots. Sonic Generations with the 2D Sonic, you know? That's the way to go, not this 3D shit with all this broken shit and glitches everywhere. Maxwell Williams would like to know, if you had to choose to be a game character and live that character's game life, what character would you be and why? I've got a clever response for this one. If I had to choose to be a game character to live that character's life, I would be Yoshi, motherfucker. Why? Because, have you ever played Yoshi's Story? Or, you know, anything like that? Like, any game that's centered around Yoshi. It's peaceful as fuck. There's no such thing as war. There's nothing trying to actually physically kill you. Nothing's really a threat in Yoshi's world. It's just cute and everything's so friendly and shit, you know? So if I had to be a character and live its life, I would just be Yoshi. It's peaceful as fuck, and bitch, I'm gonna eat everything and go to sleep. Life just couldn't get any better if that was the case. Rachel Nobes wants to know, Smash Bros, what's your favourite version and why? Yeah, there's a lot here, so I'll just go through like each little question on this and answer them respectively. What's your favourite version and why? I can't decide if Melee is my favourite or the latest one is my favourite. Melee because I learned like a few glitches and tricks to use, and like I got like very good at Melee, and Melee was like the standard for me back then. But the newer version just feels a lot cleaner, and I can get like better KOs on the later version. I mean, like, if we're talking about like characters and overall what I like better, I would say Melee, because Super Smash Bros. 4 has a lot, and I mean a lot, of bullshit characters. And if people have got money, they can buy the DLC characters like Bayonetta and Ryu and Corrin, who are all just plain fucking bullshit. So I would definitely say that Melee is my favourite version, just for that reason. Favourite character and why? Well, Rachel, if you watched my Super Smash Bros. For Glory and Practice episode 1, I mentioned that my go-to guy is Captain Falcon, because he's fast, he's got good range on his attacks, he's relatively strong, and I mean, he goes around screaming the names of his attacks. I mean, come on, that's cool as fuck.
Falcon Punch!
I mean, come on. Show me your boobs! Yes! Also, as you've been doing art of them, if your own personal characters, shown as were in Smash Bros, what moves would be their specialty? Oh my god. This is going to require a lot of fucking thinking, but because it's a Q&A video and I've got to think like this to get this over and done with as soon as possible, I'll just try and just go, oh yeah, that would make sense. So here we go. If Tömbii was in Super Smash Bros, I would think her special smash would be Ultima Blade, because her ultimate attack is Ultima Blade, which is... It's kind of like a magus using Spellblade. So it's like using a sword, casting the spell onto the sword, and then doing that as an attack. And she infuses whatever weapon she's using with Ultima, which is a very powerful spell from the Final Fantasy series, and then doing, you know, whatever attack I decide she does or whatever. So I don't know, Ultima Blade would... I suppose it would just be like, she charges the blade with Ultima, and then she does like this twirly thing and bang! I don't know. What would Victor's special be? I don't know, probably some really fucking awesome croc punch or something. Bloodspot's specialty could be blood magic or something, because she's a psychopath. I don't know, okay? It's just requiring me to think, you know, too much for what is supposed to be a quick video. Personally, I think they'd make awesome amiibos. Well, thanks, Rachel. That actually does mean a lot. Lastly, favourite in-game item weapon in any version of Super Smash Bros. And a favourite level. I would definitely say the Home Run Bat, because I'm very good at using it. And not only is it a one-hit KO if you manage to do a smash attack whilst holding it and it's successful, but you can actually use it as, like, say if you're in close combat with somebody, you can keep throwing it at them and just catching it again off them, and you can get them up to 100% damage in about 4 or 5 throws of the bat. So it can sometimes throwing the bat at them can send them flying, and you can do like an aerial KO or something. It's just very good for getting past people's defenses, and it's just a nice little technical thing I like to do with the baseball bat. But I prefer to play my Super Smash Bros. Without items, because I feel items are cheap, and you can get some very cheap KOs or deaths with the items on, and it's just a pain in the fucking arse. I would rather just play Smash as if it was a normal fighting game, rather than the party fighting game it was made to be, with all the items and funky things. They're just distracting, and I can't be bothered with them. So, 4 glory rules. My favourite level of Super Smash Bros. Is definitely Final Destination throughout the entire series, because it's just flat. There's no platforms, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You've got it's just skills for kills on Final Destination, you know? I personally love some of the more simple levels where you can get up close and personal, but the newer versions focused more on adding extras that took away from the fighting but were more likely to kill you off. Actually, on Super Smash Bros. 4, they included something called Omega levels, and when you select a level to play on, you can press X, or is it Y? X, I think, yeah. And you can play the Omega version of the stage, which means it takes out all of the obstacles, all of the platforms. It's literally like the Final Destination version of a level. So you can play Mute City as just a floating platform. You can play Rainbow Road as just a floating platform. Brinstar, floating platform, just flat. So yeah, you get the idea. You can toggle Omega stages by pressing X before you select the level to fight on, and it is literally just a flat plane with nothing on it, but it's still, you know, the actual level with the music and the theme and everything. Do that in future if, you know, all of these extra things piss you off like they do with me. Alicia Helt wants to know, how's the Queen doing? Well, after that 300 odd million pounds fucking renovation at Buckingham Palace, I'd like to imagine she's doing quite fucking A-OK. Alicia also wants to know, I'm American, you're gonna have to accept my cheek. On a serious note, how the music project going, and do you ever think you're gonna incorporate your keyboard into it more? Well, you know, I appreciate the concern for the music side of things. It depends which one you mean. I don't know if you mean the Tömbii project, which is my own solo stuff, or if you mean Scale Aside, which is me and Maedroth, obviously. But I'll talk about them both. Scale Aside already has keyboard bits in it, so as for how Scale Aside's going, we've got 4 demo tracks. Okay. I plan to do more when I get round to writing more black death metal. So it's going okay. It's not like we haven't started. There is stuff. I just need to flesh out other stuff to get it to like a releasable state. And as for the Tömbii project, one of the songs is going to just be a keyboard instrumental. There's a couple of songs I do plan on adding it, and as for the whole Tömbii project thing, it's going fine. I was just talking to Maedroth today actually, and I said that one day I should knuckle down and get back to recording my Devin Townsend style song, because it's written in a major scale and it's oddly different. I know I've only released like 2 little things from the Tömbii project, but like I had to like rebrand my own music. I had to come up with more like artwork for it and everything. I've got some audio memo recordings on my PC of the stuff I do want to do. I've got a couple of drum tracks that I've worked on, so like the drums are done for a few tracks. I just need to get recording again and piece everything together. So, there's plenty of progress made on both projects. I just need to stop making videos for a few days and actually get to work on them, because I'm lazy. Sorry about that. Now, this question is a question from a Q&A I did a couple of years ago. That kind of didn't work out, but I'm going to answer these ones anyway. What do you think of having alternate genders in the military, navy and marines, other than the black and white grey is socially accepted to a male and female regardless of sexuality? This is what I think of these alternative genders in the military. It's a good thing that they're in the military, because if they die on the front line, good, because they were mentally ill to fucking begin with. Do you believe in the exception, as in if a happy gay man gets to know a girl and falls in love with her but still identifies as gay because he's not interested in any other girls, do you think he's still homosexual, or do you believe there's parameters for that kind of thing? I do believe in the exception. Because ever since coming out of the closet myself, I've always identified as a lesbian, because I'm into women. However, I have dated one guy in my life, and that just fucking sucked. And yeah, I decided to give one guy a try. It flopped, and yeah, I still identify as lesbian because I'm still into women. So yes, I do believe in the exception. Related, do you think self-identification should be the main method used for legally being one gender or another, or should be an external objective view of one's likes, dislikes and actions based thereon? If that's asking me what I think it's asking me, I think self-identification should be the main method. But there are things in place for that kind of thing. Like, if you want to begin transitioning into the opposite sex, there are, psychiatric assessments you've got to do to make sure they actually want to prescribe you the things needed to actually begin the process, and that kind of sifts out the people who are doing it for attention or doing it to look cool on the internet, and the ones who are genuinely, you know, a bit fucking who are actually genuinely not comfortable in their own bodies, such as myself. Should it be an extra objective view of one's likes, dislikes, and actions based thereon? Well, no, because, I mean, if you look at it this way, there's a lot of women getting into skateboarding now. So, I mean, skateboarding used to be a male-dominated sport until recent years, where a lot of women have got into it, and that's kind of like saying, oh, so you're a skateboarder, then that means you're a tomboy, that means you're a man, you're not really a woman, you should just become a man, you know? I don't think likes, dislikes, and actions should really come into account when determining whether you want to be, you know, a girl or a boy, you know? I mean, I do YouTube videos, I skate, I play metal, and there's lots of women who do exactly the same things, like, or maybe all of them at once. Like, interests and stuff aren't really gender specific, so like, that's just fucking stupid. So, this has been 20 Questions with Tömbii, my first ever Q&A for Tömbii Talks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of these, like, subscribe, comment, and yes, I plan to do many more of these in the future, because this one, believe it or not, was a success. I got plenty of questions from lots of different people, and if you watching have a question for me, you can leave it down below, and I can gather up all of the questions and do another one of these. If you've got any questions you'd like to ask me, whether they're random, about me, projects, or just, you know, random bollocks, you can leave one down below on this video so I can, you know, collect them all and put them into the next one. Again, I will be doing another Facebook post in the near future to gather more questions. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe for more. Leave a question below if you've got one that you'd like to ask me. This is Tömbii the Gamer Shark. This has been 20 Questions with me. And I am signing out. Sayonara.